to our channel, Loving Handcrafts by BMW. Today, this is Brenda. So, it's been a while since I've been able to produce a video. I've been quite busy with my day job. So, this is my other job. This is my side gig. So, I wanted to bring you, I'm still stuck on notebooks, but I wanted to do a spiral bound or a wire bound notebook. And I wanted to let you know what inspired all of this. I was going through my stash. As you know, you probably have a lot of items in your stash, but I came across this item from the Dollar Tree. This is what inspired me to make this, and I was like, what can I do with this? Of course, I could have put it on a card. And hold on, I gotta let my they wanna be in here when I'm recording, but then when they hear my husband, they want to leave. So of course I could have put this on a card or did something with it, but I thought, this would make an interesting cover for a notebook. So that's what I'm going to be using for my cover. I might do something extra. I don't know if it needs anything else. I might be able to do something down here when I look at it or across here. But I haven't really thought about that far, just doing the basic construction. Then this notebook is going to be 5.5 by 8.5. But I forgot. I cut this down from Dollar Tree, this double lined paper. It was a legal note. It was like called a notepad. And I just cut off that blue stuff because I want to use this in my notebook. I don't know what I got on this page. Oh, it probably looked like some glue. So I just took my paper trimmer, because it came as 3, so it's 60 sheets, and I just cut that blue part off. I wish I had saved it before I started filming, but I just got to going, and I was thinking, oh my God, I should film this. So that's what I'm doing. So that's this part. So let me take you back over to Design Space, because the way I'm feeling, I thought I just I used my Joy Extra to cut out the chipboard, the wrap cover, the inside cover, and then I just have this reminder um, for myself. So I had 2 pieces of 8.5 by was it 8.5 by 11 chipboard that I purchased from Amazon, and I'll include the link. And then I just cut that chipboard down to well, the Joy Extra did by 5.5 by 8.25 and then for my wrap cover, it was I wanted it bigger. I wanted to have an inch around because I'm bad at centering things, so I needed a little bit of room when I tried it on my first go. So that measurement is for an inch. I just added an inch to the measurement for the chipboard. That's 6.5 by 9.5. And then of course you have your inside cover. So you're going to cover once you wrap the chipboard that goes in the inside, and that's 5 by 8, which is the same thing as my lined paper. Let me move this over just a little bit. It's 5 by 8. So that's pretty much the what you would do. Now, of course, if you don't have the Cricut or you don't have an electronic die cutting machine or anything like that, you can certainly use your paper trimmer. But you guys, I don't cut straight. I just don't trust myself. And without a steady hand, things just come out wonky for me. So I said, well, I've got the Joy Extra. I didn't have to pick out my Maker 3. Let me just cut this out on the Joy. And it didn't take any time at all. So let me bring you back down to my work surface. So again, this was my inspiration. So for this, I got this little rounder corner thing that's 5-in-1 tool to help do the miter cuts for my chipboard, which I'll show you. Then this was my paper pad. Again, I'm using things I had in my stash. The only thing I purchased for this that I did not already have in my was the lined paper from Dollar Tree. So this has been sitting in my stash for a while. I really like going to it. So I picked the bluey purple. I think one of these is one of these two colors. And then I picked the orange color for the inside cover, and I'll show you that in a minute. I'm going to be using my multi-cinch. So here's my little cinch. I'm using this square punch for the multi-cinch. I'll just pull it out. But I gotta be honest, I'm not caring for how it cut, so I'm going to show you what it did when I tried it, in my sample, because of course you're going to do a little prototype. Let me see. I was trying to do it. It looks better. I was trying to do a A5 notebook and earlier, and I just couldn't get it's not in my wheelhouse. But when I cut the chipboard and all of this, it left these frayed edges. And I'm not sure what that's all about, but that doesn't make for a nice presentation when your edges are frayed. I've done it before with the circle punch. It doesn't do that. Same chipboard. This paper might be a little bit thinner. That could be the difference, but I mean, I'm sorry you can see all in my book, but let me turn it on the back side. But yeah. So I don't know what the deal is. I'm going to try it again because I got it, so I'm going to use it. Then I'm using these binding wires from Wear Memory Keeper, the 2-in-1. Yeah, the 2-in-1 ratio, because that's what this is. I think makes 2 punches for every 1 inch. I think that's how it is. And then this is the binding wire that I'm going to use. I didn't get any other color than black. I figure I got enough colors going on as is. I do use my brayer to smooth down the glue because I'm not one to use I like to use my liquid glue, not any tape runner or any kind of other adhesive. I'm going to move this out the way. You can, if you want, I have a paper trimmer, so that's what that looks like. You can use that. Let me move this out the way. Let me show you, for time constraints, you don't watch me doing all of this. Turn that over. This is the color I chose, and then that's on the inside. And I'm not gonna cry if I don't get it all straight and even. I probably will be decorating this in the inside because this is gonna be my front cover. This is my thought process, and as you can see, that's why I use this paper. Because it kind of has all these colors in there, and I'm thinking of doing something else. Somewhere along here, I can add some butterflies. It really doesn't matter. But I really think this is going to be a sweet, sweet notebook. So yeah. So here's my chipboard that I left, so you can watch me put that together. I just left one side. So this is the inside. This is the wrap. So what I'm thinking is, when I did it this way, I'll turn this upside and do it that way. So I'm not sure which one is which. Is going to be my front cover or my back cover. But I kind of sort of, when I was looking at this, I was kind of like, oh, okay, this gets lost in the sauce, this detail. But I don't know. I kind of like that light to dark. So that's probably going to be the front, and then this is going to be the back. That's how my thinking is. But I kind of like that light to dark, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, put that up to the side. So here's my chipboard. Here are my pieces. I forgot to tell you, I have a couple of blade knives to cut. And we're going to keep this to the ready. And then I have my liquid glue. My favorite liquid glue. And I'm going to keep my thing handy. So I'm going to move this out the way. So let's get the glue in. I'm going to turn this over. And you will see me put together this notebook.
I'm going to be making some cards. I used some cards out of my stash for Mother's Day. Because a lot of the cards that I make on during, just regular crafting, I was able to go in and use that for Mother's Day. And now I'm like, oh, I got to make me some more all occasion cards that you can turn into anything. So I had some cards in my stash. So I'm trying to use what I make and turn them into Mother's Day cards because I had already cut out, did some sentiments for Mother's Day last year. And I was able to just take those cards and turn them into Mother's Day. Like glue, I don't have enough glue. I don't want the glue to set up before I get it positioned, and it's already getting a little bit tacky. I want to keep it a little bit wet. So let's do this. So I'm going to try to center this. I'm going to stand up as best I can. Again, me being spatially challenged as always. What I work with. I either get one side a little too much or not enough, but again, it doesn't have to be 100%. This is handmade. It's from me. So this is why I use the brayer, because I want to get that glue spreaded and get a good contact, good adhesion, and it keeps this smooth. If I was trying to use the regular tape runner for this, yeah, I still need to get it straight. You can hang it up. Just hang it up. That's not my wheelhouse. So I'm going to fold the four corners. And I thought I had my... Oh, here it is. I'm going to burnish this pretty good. Okay, get that. I like to crease mine first and get that crisp edge, and then I'll miter the corners, but I like to just do this first because then this is just how I roll. I'm still standing up, y'all. I haven't sat down yet. We'll do that. Yep. This just gives it a smooth edge. Now, technically, I could have, well, if I was going to use my Cricut, the Joy, I couldn't really score this and save me a little trouble if you're going to use your Cricut, or you can certainly score it on you have a scoring board, you can score it too. Hadn't thought about that, but I just wanted to use again, I was having all kind of moments this morning. Like, see, I don't have an even all the way around, but again, most of it's going to be covered, so I don't really complain about that. So now I'm going to take this little 5-in-1 tool. I don't even know what it's called. Its proper name. Oh, I'm going to use this one. And then I'm just going to be very, very careful and keep my fingers and thumbs out the way. And then I'm just going to use this pen knife. And then I'm just going to keep cutting it. I'll give you a good, you don't have to do this. You can take your scissors and just eyeball it, and just like that. But this does give you a little bit of a neater edge. I'm still thinking, I still got one more. I got everything to make this other, I think it's for my mom's birthday. That's probably, and her birthday is not until July. That's why I haven't made this other notebook I'm going to make her. But I'm going to go ahead and get it to her for her birthday. So I'll be working on that one. So I got some time. But in the meantime, I'm getting plenty of practice. And I still haven't made my planner, although I've had everything ready. Like some projects, you work on them and then they don't they don't manifest themselves. I guess they manifest themselves when it's time, because I've had this planner planned for a while and I just don't have it all together. Got everything printed, I just haven't put it together. Okay, so that's the idea. So then when you fold it over, if you don't like it, you can cut it a little more, but I'm just gonna just live with it because it folds over like an envelope to me. But you know, it's just me and my cutting skills and how I centered stuff that's a little odd. As my mom says, okay, yeah, there we go. Credit her heart, not her head. I think you gotta pinch in the corners. They don't want to cooperate. There you go. There you go. Just pinch in the corners a little. You don't always want to cooperate. I'm trying to figure out the best way, the best look. So yeah, I think that's, so yeah. Okay, there we go. Pinch that in. Just take your fingernail and pinch that in a little. And then there you go. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get my liquid glue back out. And let me fold this up. And I'll show you I have this out. And I can sit down now. Okay. So here we go. We're good? Yeah. Making sure we're good. So I'm gonna glue this side with glue. And I'm gonna do my Leo thing here, but I wanna make sure I get this nice and glued. Then I'm gonna add just a little bit of bead of glue here. Then I'm gonna take my hand and thin that out. And then I'm gonna take this to keep it from getting glue everywhere, especially on my hands. Oh, there's my. Oh, okay. Well, now I'm committed, so I'm gonna do it this way. I wanted to do it the other way, but I always forget and start up here. So I'm gonna do the other side. And then I will take, sometimes I take my brayer and then burnish it down. I just want to keep everything nice and smooth. And I know when you do the dry adhesive, it just sometimes it lays flat. Okay, whoops, I forgot to spread that out. And we'll do it like that. And then that keeps my gluey fingers off of here. And I'll do it this way. Yeah, that's why I went ahead and did one already, so you guys wouldn't have to watch me do two of them. And I didn't film my Cricut cutting this out because it's a basic. So either you're going to use your Cricut or your paper trimmer. But I'm giving you the exact measurements, at least for this. And the reason I wanted my chipboard to be a little bit wider than my paper, so my paper wouldn't be flopping over the edge of this. At least when I watched all the videos. I'm having fun. I was like, oh my God. And I've been using my notebooks. I've been making them. I'm a notebook person anyway. So a notebook or a journal. So I got another new journal I can gift to someone or keep and use it myself. I got enough scraps to left over to make a smaller notebook with the chipboard that's left over. I don't think I got enough glue right here. No, I don't. That you can take the leftovers and make a small, like, mini notebook. Take that, and then I'll just use my brayer. Lay this guy down, and then there we go. It turned out really well. That's that part. Now I'll do the inside. And then, of course, this covers up a lot of sins, just depending on how well I get it placed. So, and this comes together really fast. This is a really quick project. I just got to think about what I want to do on the inside. Should I do anything on the inside of this one? No, I just used some polka dot paper. But you can cover the inside. What the good news is I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. So these were the three. So this was the three inserts between the three sections. So I could definitely use these in the journal, in the notebook that I'm making, and have like a 3-subject notebook, which was an idea. I could cover these with some pattern paper that I have in my stash. Is a good way to use that up, and I might do that. I just don't know. So I might figure out what I want to do with those to make like a 3-subject notebook. And these already came cut. I didn't have to do anything. I just 3 sections, and I had you can actually use these to make this is a pretty good weight chipboard. You can make another notebook out of them. You know, there's use what you have. So it turned out pretty good. Okay, so let's see. Yep. And I tried this with a 1/2 inch. I'm not that great with it, so I had to go with 1 inch just in case I get something sideways. I have a little bit more grace, a little bit more wiggle room. So I'm going to use my brayer. You don't have to use your brayer. I just use it because I want to get good contact, and I want that glue to get spread out evenly, so less likely for the paper to warp. Because I do want to have like a smooth cover. Now you could choose to cover this. At this point, I could go ahead and cut out some acetate, which I probably would do to cover the front. So this would have an acetate cover. So this will be my front cover, and then this will be my back cover, and that's how that's going to look. But I don't know if I'm going to cover with acetate. I just think I'm going to leave it alone. And then what I want to be mindful of is, that's why this is going to go down last, is this is where my spiral will be. So this was my little reminder, just like a little tester to see how it's going to look. And I'm going to have just enough clearance. And that's what it's going to look like. So it's like I've learned my lesson. Like, do a lot of test cutting before you go. So this was me saying what's going to be on my cinch, what the chipboard amount, spacing measurements were, and then just placing this down and making sure I have just enough leeway when I lay it down so I could get an idea. You know, nothing meant I could kind of cut this off a little bit, but that's okay. So let's grab my cinch. So I'm going to keep this like this. So when I do my holes, this will be how I'm going to do the back cover, and this is how I'm going to do the hole punch for this. So let's pull up the cinch. So for the cinch, let me bring it forward and just pull this out. And I might get the circle just because, but I don't know if you can see it. I can get closer. I don't know. Let me get this one. It's kind of, okay, there we go. It's a little bit better. So it says for holes and a half. So if you have whatever your chipboard is, it says for hole sizes or hole measurements. And then for half measurements, you're going to use the setting E. And then this is the rest. Well, I was teasing with my brother, like, am I smarter than a 5th grader? To do the math. So, no. So I'm going to keep them on halves or wholes. I've decided. It makes my brain a lot easier. I don't have to really think about it. So every notebook here going forward will either be measured in whole or half. Because I've had the most experience with the E setting. So yeah, let me get this out of here. Oh, before I get started, so let me just tell you how this thing works. If you even have the cinch or the multi-tool cinch, so it's going to do I think it's 6 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's going to do 6 punches. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then when it gets ready to do the second series of punches, the next 6 punches, you're going to basically what we used to do in typing called backspace. You're going to backspace to this one, and then it'll align these next 6. And then you backspace again, and then it'll do the next 6. That's how my brain worked it out. I call it backspace because that's what you used to do in typing. Boom, boom. And you backspace twice. I'm still debating. I know everybody likes the look of this square. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. Likes the looks of the square punches, but if it's going to do this every single time, I'm not gonna be using it. Hey, so here's the E setting here, and I'm just putting this little paper guide here. So when you're doing your first punch, then this is the guide. So this is what you're gonna do. Make sure I got everything set up right. I'm gonna stick it in like this, all the way to the back, all the way up to the guide, and then I'm going to press down. I'm going to stand up and make sure I press down cleanly. And I'm going to press down again, make sure I get it good. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. And then this can go back in for the duration. So now when I said you backspace, so I'm going to go here. So there's a little, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little placeholder that you're going to do. I'm sure there are more people who have the fancy names. So now I'm going to sit down. Okay. And then I'm going to go to the second hole. So I'm going to backspace. And then there's a little guide that pushes down that keeps this from coming out. And then you're going to make sure you're all the way to the back. You're pressing that to the back of the machine. And then I'm going to press down really well. And then I'm going to leave it in there. And I'm going to make sure I press down good so I can get a nice clean punch. A little bit of fraying there, but not as bad as the first time I did it. But nice and clean. And then I'm going to backspace again. So here, second hole, a little backspace. I got to sit down to line it up. So I'm going to line it up right here because this is a little notch here. Let me turn it that way. Then there's a little, got to line it up because the little peg goes right in there and that holds it in place. And you hold it in place when you can't move it out. I'm going to stand back up and I'm going to press down. It's not hard, y'all. And then just make sure you lift that back up. Okay, so now I got clean punches all the way through. Okay, so that's my front. Now for the back, I learned this the hard way. Don't do it this way. Do it the back, because this is the back. So I'm going to take out my little guide again, put it in my E slot, and I'm going to do that again. I was supposed to punch this before I got recording, but I forgot to do it. Okay, so you can see it again. So all the way, make sure you got it all the way to the back. Keep your fingers off the way, and then I'm going to press down. Before I move this bad boy, I'm going to press down again. Make sure I get a good, clean punch all the way through. Stick you back in your placeholder, and then I'm going to backspace here. Sit down so I can see it, because there's a little hole. Let's see if you can see it. So there's a little, there is a little hole right here where the little peg goes down so it can hold your cover in place. So I'm trying to line this second one up so the little peg will go right down through there. So you gotta be able to see it. Make sure. 1, 2, backspace 2. Yep, now it's in there. Push forward, stand up. press down. And before I move it, press down again so I can get a nice clean punch through. Okay. I thought about it when I was had stepped away from the project. I was like, oh, okay, got a little thing there. I'm not gonna worry about it. I was like, oh, let me just hold it and make sure before I move it, punch it again and make sure I get a nice, at least as clean as possible. Okay, that's in there. And then I'm gonna do that. And do that again. Okay. And lift that up. Okay. Oh, I did something wrong. Okay. Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't know what I did. Not paying attention. No. Okay. I got something misaligned. Wasn't paying attention. I got a little half punch right there, but everything else lined up okay. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. Since my inserts, you don't have to watch that. I'll come back. My inserts are whole. So this is, remember, this is 5 by 8. So I'm going to use the same setting, E, for this. And then I'm just going to take one, since I'm not doing anything with this, but it's for me. I'm just going to put it in here. And you can do more than one, obviously, but I just want to do a tester before I do all my paper and mess up something. Just want to make sure of line. I'd rather sacrifice one page than 30 pages. I don't have to stand up for that. Make sure I was in 2. Get that over. It won't take long. So then I will stop after I do this one. Okay, that looks about right. And let's make sure I got them all lined up. Oh, I don't know what I did. No, my paper's not lined up. That's why I wanted to sacrifice one page as opposed to 2, so I didn't think about it. It's great on this side. Just a little off. Oh, let me see if I move it up one. It's a little off. Okay. And I didn't test this beforehand, so you get to see my mistake. A little bit off. It's great. No, it's not. Fine. Oh, hell. Okay, that was just me looking at it crazy. It's fine. I thought it was off, but it's not. It's just how I was holding it. That's why you sacrifice one page, not all of them. Oh, let's see. Okay, I'm going to have it where it's going to be, okay, so it's going to be, it's off by 1 right here. It's 1 punch right here. It's off by 1 punch. So let me see if I can figure that out. Oh, let's see if I do one more punch. Let's see if that'll work. Then maybe it'll be fine. I mean, there's YouTube videos on that. So maybe that'll work. Oh, okay. So let me make sure this is the back. This is the front. And I think that did it. I'm hoping that did it. Okay, yep, that did it. 1 extra punch. That's all it took. Looks like they're slightly off. Okay, it's just the way I'm holding the paper. Okay, perfect. That's how you do it. So I'm going to stop and come back and punch the rest of my paper. I did the nice stack of papers. And then I'll come back and I'll show you the assembly. Because I've done most of them already. So I'm going to take this. I've got my little stopper there. A little paper guide. I'm going to make sure that they're all the way up. There we go. These are pretty thin pieces of paper, so it's not that difficult to punch. So yeah, they're all the way to the back, all the way up against the guide. Sorry if that's a little loud. Put that back in its little where it's supposed to go. Slide it in there, back up 2, backspace 2 is what I call it. Yep, make sure backspace 2, just double check. Nope, not quite aligned. You'll hear it snap in when it's aligned. Press down again, lift it up, release the catch, slide it forward, then do my backspace 2, get it lined up in there, make sure everything's to the back of the machine, and then press down, and then that's how easy it took. Okay, that's the last set. We'll close it up. Well, I don't really need to close it up because I need this. So here's the binding wire. Let me see, I'm doing this from memory. You're going to put in, you're going to use this side. So this is your catch. So this is the catch. So, and you want to make sure you get it on the full one. So this is the back. Okay, wait a minute. I gotta think about how to do that. No. Nope. Put in your paper first. Gotta remember the order. Then you put your bottom and then your top. Okay, give me a second. I gotta go look because I forgot to take a peek. It's been a while. Okay. I was on the right thing. Okay, so let's make sure I got everything sorted. This is my back. Let's make sure. Put it together. Yep. So this is my back. Oops. Make sure I get it lined up. Yep. So this is my back. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut right in here. Then this is my front. Like that. And then I lay in and then you lie in your papers. Like this. Get them all lined up. And then you lay them in like that. And that's the idea. Yeah, I'm going to be so mad if I mess this up because I'm second guessing myself. Get out the way. Yeah. Okay, move that out the way. And then, not quite, I mean, it is what I envisioned. So what happens is when you move the spiral around, this will be, nope, see, that's the problem. So if this was on back, then I'd roll it over here, and then that's the wrong side. So this is probably, let me make sure. Did I do it right? I know I did it right. I know I did it right. Okay. That goes in here like this. Oh, did I do it wrong? I'm gonna be so mad. Let me think about it. I'll be back. Okay, so this is where I'm going to be snipping this wire. Yeah. Okay, I know what. Make sure. Oh, skin. It's not rocket science, Brenda. This is what happens when you haven't crafted in a while. Get this cut. I just made this cut. Cut. Okay, there we go. Okay, I had it backwards. Put the paper on first. Make sure it's down in there. I had it so backwards. That's why my brain wasn't computing. Okay, there you go. And I'm going to cut the rest of that off. So put your paper on. Cut it in the wrong spot anyway, but that's okay. Get all your paper on there. This is my front cover. Okay, I did it right. This is my back cover. And then I'm going to lift this all up. And then I'm going to turn this around. And this is the cinch part. So you want to make sure you get all of the full pieces underneath the, up against the back of the thing. I'm going to turn this a little bit. And I haven't done it in a while, so I want to make sure I'm still in practice. Because you want it to be round. So get everything up there nice and tidy. Just checking. Oh. And then you just press down. Just make sure you get everything rolled up in there till you're satisfied. Oh, I think it felt like it popped out. And you're going to crimp it. Oops, and I'm not crimping anything. Okay, I'm not having any success. Okay. Okay. All right, let's try it again. All right, up against there. Push these in. Keep your fingers out. Okay, it's rolling out the way. That's what it is. It's rolling on me. Get your finger out the way. I still didn't get it to cinch like I wanted to, but I'm getting there. I haven't done this in a minute, so bear with me. There we go. Now you got it. Okay, I got it in there just right. You can do this as much as you want until you get it how you want it, but I think I finally got it in there. Just got to keep practicing with it. There we go. And then if it's not as tight as you want it, then you can make it different. I think I just made a technical error, but I'm not going to cry about it. Again, these are for me. And then I'm going to go back through and make sure I got it as tight as I want it. And the reason I did it the way I did it was to keep the business end to the back of the book. You can keep pressing down as much as you want till you get it as cinched as you like. I just want to make sure nothing falls out of here. So I'm going to keep pressing down till I'm satisfied. Okay, I think I'm good. Then I'll go close my book. Oh yeah. No, it's not even. If I had planned it out better. And then the business ends are back here. And of course I didn't put any dividers in here, but I'm learning. I guess I could have thought about it and moved the paper up, but I'm fine. I guess I could have made this a half, not as tall, but again, it's for me and I'm learning. You learn by trial by error. I think okay, so I'm going to fix this. I'm going to take this business in and fix this before I go forward because I can see that poking. I don't want it to poke me. So let's fix this up. And like I said, I got a lot of real estate in the front to fix it, in the front cover and the back cover to fix it up. So I'm going to just lock that over in here. Oh, I got a bigger. Yeah, I got the bigger. Got these right here. Got the tool for the job. And I'm just going to push that down in there. Gotta get it out the way. That way it's wrapped around something. Oh, well, it just came out. There we go. Okay. And if I had thought about it, I could have like spaced it out, and I didn't think about it when I cut it, because then I could have got these in between here, but I'm not going to worry. I mean, in between here, but I'm not going to worry about it. Got a lot of room to cover in the front, so let's take a look at this. I'm just excited I was able to get it done. Oh my God, this is what I envision if I go like here, and I got a little bit of space here. So this little extra space, I could have added some tabs here with my 3-subject notebook. But I forgot to do that because I got excited. I think I'm going to move it down here, and I'm going to put something up at the top. But that turned out really, really good. Let's put that down. Let's get that down. Now, I could stamp this. I'm going to use my print and cut and do something sentiments. I'm calling this the room with the view. I think that's what I'm going to end up calling it. I think I don't want it that big of a space. I think I want it like right here. I think I want it right here. Let me make it a little bit up. Not sure. Room with the view. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I think I like that. And like I said, I'm just learning. I'm sure I'm making some rookie mistakes. But again, I'd rather make the rookie mistakes now. Again, I'm just making these for fun. I'm not trying to sell these, but you could, once you perfect it, you can have an Etsy shop or something, you can sell these. But I'm usually just going to give them for gifts. Yeah. That is so pretty. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to put anything on here. I think what I'm going to do is spend time decorating it on the inside. I got a lot of real estate right there. Oh my God, look at that. Isn't that adorable? Oh, it's so adorable. It's so adorable. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. And then you can close your windows. This is from Dollar Tree. Everything's from Dollar Tree except for the chipboard and the wire, and I screwed that wire up just a little bit. I screwed that up. But I'm not going to complain. So it looks good. No complaints, and that's the back side. So I can decorate the back. I can put something in the front. That turned out really, really darling. I got another notebook. All right, good people, if you like what you see, thank you for being on my journey with me as I work the tool, this multi-cinch tool. I'm having a great time with this project. I'll use this to make a mini notebook with the colors. I'll make a mini notebook with the leftovers with that, and should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 holes all to make a mini notebook with that one. And I'm really, really excited with this. Again, if I had to do it over again, I would have thought about my spacing and maybe did one less hole and get the paper up in between, but I still think it's nice. So if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, comment, give me feedback if I did something wrong or you thought I could make an improvement. Please let me know. I'm not above healthy criticism and or as they say, not healthy criticism. They call it constructive criticism or corrections. I'm not above any of that. Because everybody has to start somewhere, and this is me starting. So I will talk to you guys next time, and like, subscribe, and comment. Take care. Happy crafting.